One other thing said in Be Love Now is another quote: "Love is a natural human inclination." You're saying people in other times and places have found this path in many different cultural situations. In India, it's called Bhakti Yogi or Bhakti Yoga. Finding ultimate union through love, a tradition that stretches back many centuries. Just continuing on this theme, be love now, be in the moment, be love. Our culture is so fear-based now. We have been co-opted by this contracting energy through media, through television, through radio. Maybe it preceded that.
Through our minds.
Through our minds.
Through our minds. And our minds, they have all these thoughts. The thought of who we think we are, the ego. That's all in there, and just we thought. It's all thought. And the spiritual heart is peaceful. Wow. Yeah. And because we've centered in our rational mind and our thoughts, we've ignored the heart, not the beating heart. You know, the heart is a misnomer, but there's the beating heart, the boom, 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 boom. There's the emotional heart. That's the psychological thing. Then there's that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth chakra in Kundalini. That's an energy part. And then there is the spiritual heart. They're all hearts, but everybody mixes them up. I was talking with Tim Leary, and I was telling him about Ramana Maharshi and the spiritual heart, the real I. And he says, don't they know? They don't know. He said, where is it? I said, oh, it's not going to, you can't see it. It's not going to be sense. Oh, he says, oh, it's one of those things. Yes, it is one of those things. Yeah, one of those things.
Mentioning Bhakti yoga and living in the heart, and I remember the word Hiridayam in Be Here Now, and all those incredible pictures of the heart center, and more recently, all the research that comes out, the Heart Math Institute is showing that this part here, this fourth chakra, has more intelligence and more wiring and neurological stuff related to it than the organ or the brain.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So, they're working in their way with the science.
It's wonderful, because I think to get down there from the thought of who we are down to the center, to the realistic I, and you can go, I am I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. And the awareness is in the heart. And our awareness is nothing you can point to. And anything you can be aware of, you can point to. But you can't point at the awareness. It's the silent part of me. It's the silent part of me.
You know, there are the scientists out there that would argue all the way down to the point where now at least the quantum physicists are saying there is one field, only one field, and it's 99.9% space, and that's where the consciousness and the unprovable lies of what you're talking about, and what what maybe Baba Maharaji. I was calling it the Baba ripple effect. Because this is what it started in India in the 60s, and maybe, you met Bhagwan Das, and all of a sudden you're in the middle of conversations with somebody who's telling you about your life that there's no way they could know about in the logical, rational mind. And that has come back to be transmitted, as Rameshwar Das wrote about in the intro. That has come back to be transmitted from word to vibration to book, that people are getting that in some way, and it's still going on.
Yeah. People come up to me, be here now has changed my life. I think to myself, Maharaji got you. Got you. He sent his net out, and he got you, you little fish.
And more to happen would be love now. I mean, the net's going out again. It's going out again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
we didn't get grace in your question.
It's right here. This quote. All right. It says, "Grace lubricates your way, smooths it out, and makes it easy, speeds it up. It's like having ball bearings instead of wagon wheels. It's like having the wind fill your sails or walking downhill. It's like perfumed air, the subtle smell of spring. Obstacles are reduced to a manageable scale. The way to God is graceful. Grace has humor too, making things lighter so we don't take them so seriously. You're aware of the spiritual meaning and perspective on your life, but it's a light touch. It's not heavy. Grace makes it lighthearted, the heart full of light."
Oh boy. Maharaji, from the time I met him, my life was graceful, just full of full of spring, full of the wind, full of every moment. It takes, and I thought, well, he's grace. But I think my stopping was the stroke. I got the stroke at the evening, but I ended up in the hospital, and I didn't know what had happened to me. And there were people around me saying, "He's dying," and they had serious faces. And then they started to work about the stroke, and the stroke. "Oh, you have a stroke." Ooh, and I got a feeling that what they're transmitting from their minds was, I'm getting stroke. And then there was a picture of Maharaji on the wall, And I said to him, "Where were you? I was having a stroke. Where were you? Were you out to lunch or something?" You know, a stroke couldn't be his grace. Well, I get working with it.